Hi, this is Kelly Rose here with the prophetic message. So, God has placed it on my heart to speak on this topic. So, when you decide that you're going to fully align yourself with God and the purpose that He has for your life, as you begin to evolve and grow and make the changes that's needed to fully get into your purpose, you're going to have a lot of people around you. Some will agree with the things that you're changing about yourself, and some people will not agree with those things. So, in the process of that, you have to make a solid decision as well as you have to ask yourself certain questions to ensure that in the process of all that noise and the distractions of all the people's opinions, people questioning your authenticity as far as the changes you're making, there's some questions that you're going to need to ask yourself before you fully get into the process to ensure that you cannot be wavered as far as the decision that you have made. So these questions are important because the answer is going to be the deciding factor to your forward movement. So question number one: do you want to build a close and intimate relationship with God? Question number two: are you willing to make the changes that's needed in your life to align yourself with God? Are you okay with releasing people, places, and things in order to get to the purpose that God has for you? So these are some important questions that you need to ask yourself because there's going to be so much resistance and the people around you, their opinions, or they saying you switched up and you acting different and all that thing. There's going to be so many people that's, surprisingly to you. It's going to be a surprise to you because it's been a surprise to a lot of us who have made the changes. So much resistance from the people around you because just because they're not used to seeing you in that light, they stuck with the old you. So as you start to make the changes, and even they may have considered like, oh, this person is never going to change. So to just see you suddenly changing into this new person, this new being of light, then there's going to be some questions. There's going to be some questions of your authenticity when you. So they're going to be watching you very closely, putting magnifying to your life to kind of nitpick at different things, different changes you make to see if you waver back into your old ways. So that's why those questions you definitely do need to answer because it will be the deciding factor. Like it will drive you to be focused on your purpose. And if you're really serious about getting to your purpose, then you're not going to let anything or anyone or anything that anybody says stop you from getting to that purpose. But those questions need to be asked because of those situations where you will have all of this naysayers and people talking around you. But if you answer those questions and you solid in your answers, then nothing will stop you. Now, I'm not saying that when you're making those changes, things are going to just be easy. It does get kind of rough. But at the end of the day, nothing comes easy. But you definitely will have a better outcome in the end, as well as you will feel the difference. That's the difference. You will feel different. You will feel more solidified within yourself. You will feel more like you know who your true authentic self is and not what the world has told you you were or your circumstances have told you you were. It will be your authentic self, the person who God sees you as. See, God sees us as, as us, the original us, the one who He created us to be, outside of all of the obstacles and all of the trauma and everything else that we've dealt with. So once you get to that stage where you're seeing yourself in the authentic light, not as the world sees you to be, but as God sees you to be, you will absolutely feel different. And that in itself is worth the journey. I'm going to just tell you that. Not to mention that you will fulfill your purpose and get fulfillment in this life in a way that you have never would have got if you just strayed on the path, just live by the, what do they call it? Live by the seat of your pants and just went with the flow of things, never got to know yourself really truly. It's a totally different feeling. And as you see all the people around us today, a lot of people are going into their purpose. They want fulfillment in this life. They want to know what the purpose is that they like, of why they were born and why they came here. It's so much fulfillment there. So that's all God wanted me to say. He wanted me to talk to you guys about that because when you do decide to go on this journey is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. That statement is not said for for no reason. It isn't. And you're going to have a lot of challenges, but it's going to be a lot of challenges from the people around you, people who you never expected. You know what I mean? So when you decide that, I'm just telling you, there is going to be some challenges in it. But if you stay focused on God, I'm telling you, and once He reveals to you who you are, He's going to strengthen you. He's going to heal you. None of those things is going to matter. And when you get in that state where none of the opinions of other people doesn't matter, you're not seeing yourself as the real see you. I'm telling you, you're in such a better place. So that's all I wanted to say. May God bless you and hope this helps.